Hey, welcome everybody to another riveting edition of The Ghost and the Goat. I am your host, Buddy Thayer, paranormal investigator. Come, take me by the hand, everybody. Walk into this very paranormal field, where each week we explore a different field, whether it be Bigfoot, whether it be ET, whether it be UFOs, UAPs, whether it be ghosts, whether it be hey, if you got something about Bigfoot, please welcome, bring it. Let's talk. You never get to the big people always cancel last minute on me, and unfortunately, I never get to see this eye-opening, mouth-dropping evidence that they all claim to have experiences of this Bigfoot. I don't know, guys, but tonight is very special because I'm welcoming in a paranormal investigator, another ghost guy, if you will, and we're going to talk. He's got some stuff he's going to play. We're going to play some of his stuff. We're going to talk about ghosts. We're going to talk about why he's called the Ghost Geek, and more. More stuff. He's also a. Oh, let me take a sip. It's a very hot day here in Rhode Island. It's delicious. Nothing more soothing after a long day than a nice cold frothy beverage. Um, yeah, before I get into our guest is due to come in about 15 or 20 minutes. So that gives me a little opportunity to talk to you a little bit about a few things before we flip to the paranormal switch. Before I throw the curveball, it sinks, the guy misses it, and bam, flip. We go paranormal. The first thing is if you're not from the New England area, then you don't know about this so much as we know about this. In the news recently was the other night there was a large fire at an elderly home. It's an assisted living facility in Fall River. See, my shirt, my podcasting page is Van down by the Riv. That's a direct reference to the city of Fall River. All use that don't know. Not that I'm from the Riv, but it's a fun name. But anyway, I'm going to share my screen a little bit. Just want to share a local fundraiser event that's going on to try and help these people out. So I hope you guys can see this at the wrong one, buddy. There we go, guys. Okay, so at the this fundraiser is to help the families affected by the Gabriel House fire the other evening. They have raised $41,000, which seems like a lot of money, guys. Their goal is 70,000. Like, wow, you're trying to raise this much, but this is absolutely devastating tragedy. 70 residents were affected by last night's fire at the Gabriel House assisted living facility. A friend, a coworker, if you will. Her grandmother was sleeping over. She lived at the Gabriel House. She slept over at her granddaughter's house. If she didn't, God knows what would have happened to this girl. This poor woman. The fire started on the first floor, and it just spread. Three of her own friends lost their lives in this fire, and 9 are confirmed deceased. 30 are hospitalized, and the remaining residents are temporarily being taken care of in a temporary facility at St. Anne's Hospital. No, like they lost. I don't think you guys realize they lost everything. These are people who had like their last possessions. They've taken with them all their lives, their spouses' stuff. The spouse side. They end up in this like facility. They're old. This is all they got. Some of them don't even have families. Anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. 100% of the donations will be given to families of these victims. The fundraiser is organized by the Firefighters Wives Association, Inc., a nonprofit organization that helps people who are displaced by fires and other emergencies. Please mail gift cards or checks. They need clothing really bad too. So any of that stuff that you have, checks made available to the Firefighters Wives Association at 330 Highview Avenue, Somerset, Massachusetts 02726, or they can be dropped off at the Fall River City Hall mayor's office, and it's going to go to it's not going to go in the mayor's pocket. It's going straight to charity or to Christopher's, located at 1816 South Main Street, Fall River. If you don't trust dropping money off at the mayor's office for a donation, please. There's these other locations. Also, if you're looking at the same screen I am, and I know you are, you'll see that this is a GoFundMe page. So by all means, go and help families affected by the Gabriel House fire. Again, the people who survived, they lost everything, guys. They lost not only their home, they lost all their possessions, they lost all their memories. Maybe not all their memories, but they still got a few of those left. But oh my God, it's just such a tragedy. Something so terrible. Whatever we can do to help out, please. I'll make that post later if you follow me on Facebook. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make the. No, I already made the post today. I'm not gonna make it again. But check me out on Facebook. I'll post it on the van page, and help these guys out if you can. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's the wrong one. Okay, here we go. Now, if you're seeing the website running at the bottom there, the link, it's Three Dudes Brews. Three Dudes Brews episode 10 is due to crack really soon. Episode 10 from Long Live Beer Works. Did it last month, Ed. Ed would just wait, Ed. So whenever Ed is finished with that, I bust his chops here on the show and in person and through text and whatnot. But Ed does great film work. And he likes. He's good at talking, and he likes to engage people, and he does more than I would have certainly been able to do. So Ed is such a wonderful, was a wonderful addition to what was supposed to be originally Two Dudes Brews, but Costas and I decided to include Ed, and it has been for the best. Costas, my other dude, is such an amazing friend. So this is going to kind of spill me into the sports half of the show. My friend Costas, who's my other dude on Three Dudes Brews, went and he purchased ticket. Well, he didn't purchase tickets. He won. He placed what is it? He placed a bet, not a bet. He placed a price, whatever it's called. He won them in a silent auction. That's what he did. He won 5 tickets to the Boston Red Sox. And when he originally sent me the ticket information, I thought it was on the second deck. I'm like, well. You have to see the whole field, I guess. It would be great. But what I didn't realize was actually how close the seats were. So we went last Monday. You didn't see me last Tuesday. I had a last minute cancellation again. Not a Bigfoot person. They rescheduled. It's a ghost person. We're going to see ghost stuff later from them. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, last Monday, we took the T. We went up to Boston. My Red Sox, I don't know, my beloved Red Sox have won the last 10 games straight. They've won the last, I want to say 12 out of 14. They're creeping on the second place New York Yankees to dislodge them out of second and out of the first wild card position, and hopefully chase the Blue Jays for the division. But I mean, we're right at the middle of the season. There's so much that could happen. They could do what they did last year and look hot the month before the All-Star break, and then shit the bed completely. And next thing you know, I'm going to the last game of the year, and it's 10th row seats. Yeah, it's just $50. So the Boston Red Sox, however, I went to. I walked out. We're walking out on the concourse. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, where are we here? And he's like, oh, we're down here. Where do I keep going? He's like, keep going down. Keep going down. How further do I go? He's like, going all the way to the end. All the way to the end. So I ended up sitting. If you're familiar with Fenway Park at all, which is a beautiful stadium, right as the infield starts to bend into the outfield, that's where we were sitting. We're sitting right on the wall. Here's my beer that I was drinking, a lovely Sam Adams. My feet are right on this side of the wall. On that side of the wall, that's the foul line for third base. That's the beautiful and historic Green Monster. This is a beautiful Sam Adams summer ale that cost me $14.50. I had a beer for that because he was so gracious to buy it for me. These are my dudes. That's me, of course, my beautiful face there. Oh, that's Costas, the man I owe my life to for getting these beautiful seats. And that's Ed down there, the guy who's good at video. He takes a little while to put it out. But he puts out gold every time. Anyway, these are our 3 dudes. And over here, you can't even see him, but his name is Scotty. They call him Beaver Lips because he's got big lips. But he's a fun-loving guy. And his last name is McKenzie. So the 4 of us went. Originally I sat here, but then I moved. I was right in front of this wall. And it was a solo seat. I was on my own throne so I could spread out. I'm a big guy. If you don't know me, you just see my face on here. I'm 6'4". I'm maybe 4 bills. So for me to have a nice seat at Fenway, a nice comfy seat at Fenway is rare. All the times I've been to Fenway Park and watched a game there, I never have had good seats like this since I was a kid and my grandfather had season tickets, season pass behind the catches. That was decades ago, but this is rare. So then the players start coming around. They played the Colorado Rockies, who have the worst record in baseball right now. But I was fortunate enough to. This is the left fielder, McKayan. I can't. It starts with an M. He's okay. He played DH. He played left field that night. He played DH the next night. His team still sucks. He might have gotten a hit or two, but he was nice enough to grab my phone from me and take a selfie with me and him and my beer, of course, in my Pedro Martinez number 45 jersey. So great times. Costas, I owe you a million kisses. I won't, nothing like that. Just like best guy I know. That was a really awesome gesture. And whatnot. So it's 8:13. So I have a few minutes before my guest is here, but I have a few minutes before I'm going to bring you on. John the Bod. Okay, before I bring John the Bod in, tonight is the All-Star Game, Major League Baseball. In years past, I feel like it's been better. When I was a kid, Ken Griffey Jr. was playing. There was Sosa and all these guys who pumped up on steroids and hit the. Oh my God, it was like crazy. So I don't know if it's the same. It has the same affect as it did when I was a kid or in years past. But this year, my beloved Red Sox have three players. Gary Crochet, who's like our stud ace pitcher who went 9 innings the other evening, and Adonis Chapman. He's like the 50-year-old bodybuilder who's also a closing pitcher who's also phenomenal. And Mr. Alex Bregman came to us from the good city of Houston, and we've been fortunate to use him to shit out Rafi Devers, who is just he's just doing nothing but talk. It goes far beyond the drama went far beyond the season. I'm not talking about Rafi at all because Rafi he plays for the Giants now, so screw him. But tonight we send those three players out there. They are on the reserve tonight. There is a Cincinnati pitcher who's he's Abbott. He's a starting pitcher, I believe, for the National League. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about him later because our guest tonight is a Cincinnati Reds fan. But I have some fun facts about the All-Star Game in general. Like fun facts. I'm just going to share with you some fun facts. The first one is the first All-Star Game was played at Chicago's Comiskey Park in 1933, with the American League winning 4-2. It was first proposed to do this to use baseball as a vitalization to renew morale because we're in some of the darkest days of the Depression, and that it did. America just gripped baseball through the Depression and World War II. Anyway, the American League has gone 48 for 44 and 2 against the National League in the All-Star Game, with last year's victory 5-3 bringing their 10th win in the last 11 years. The AL has had some pretty dominating years, and I think they're gonna. I don't know. The National League has a good team this year. There's a lot of studs on the National League this year, but I still think the American League's going to pull it off and go 11-12. Anyway, Hank Aaron had a record of 25 All-Star selections during his 23-year career. By the way, selections are made by fans, and I think maybe the press. I think everyone kind of jumps in and votes. So it's always usually the superstars in it. Number 4, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Stan Musial have played in the most All-Star games with 24 appearances apiece. Funnily enough, they're also in the Hall of Fame. The MLB All-Star Game has canceled twice, in 1945 due to travel restrictions during World War II and 2020 during the COVID-19 global pandemic. I still went to work every day, guys. I don't know why everybody got all the time off. People working from home. I still had to go to work every day, and I had to wear all these awful layers of gloves and masks and that freaking awful. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. It gives me trauma. Anyway, from 2003 to 2016, the winner of the All-Star Game between the American and National League determined which league would have the home field advantage of the World Series. In 2017, that all changed, and the World Series representatives with the best regular season winning percentage got the home field advantage. Seems a little bit more fair. Willie Mays has the most hits, excuse me, in any All-Star game with 23, and most plate appearances with 82. Willie Mays Hayes, he run like Mays, he hits like shit. Let's go. Lefty Gomez leads the All-Star pitching with wins with 3 wins. Mariano Rivera, probably the scariest pitcher, the scariest name. As a beloved Red Sox fan, thinking about when he would come out and oh my God, and the one time he didn't dominate, and it was awesome. But Rivera owns the most All-Star game saves with 4. Roger Clemens also kind of elicits a little bit different emotions as he was a Sox, and then he was a Texan, and he was a Blue Jay, and then he became a Yankee. He's just more of a dirtbag than he ever was. But anyway, Roger Clemens pitched the most All-Star games with 10 appearances because he took a lot of steroids They made him good at baseball. Longtime Yankee manager Casey Stengel has managed the most All-Star games with 10 appearances. He also owns the record for most managerial losses with 6. Dodgers manager Walt Alston has the most wins with 7. Because he's a Yankee, that's why. In 1957, Cincinnati fans stuffed the ballot box to elect 8 redlegs, as they, I don't know what that is, as they were known at the time, to starting positions. Commissioner Ford Frick replaced Gus Bell, Wally Post, George Crown with Hank Aaron's, Willie Mays, and Stan Musial. Most valuable player of the All-Star game was first awarded in 1962 with Maury Willis, of the Los Angeles Dodgers, named the first MVP. Derek Jeter, goddamn Yankee, is the only player to win All-Star Game MVPs in the World Series MVP in the same season, doing so in 2000. Great player, great shortstop, great taste in women. Terrible team that he played for. But as much as I hate the New York Yankees, he's probably one of the best that ever played for the Yankees in my time. All right, so anyway, moving on to the Yankees. 5 players have been named All-Star Game MVP on 2 occasions: Willie Mays, Steve Garvey, Gary Carter, Cal Ripken Jr., and Mike Trout. The youngest player to win an MVP of the All-Star Game was Vladimir Guerrero, who's playing this year, from Toronto at 23 years and 119 days old in 2021, moving ahead of Ken Griffey Jr., who was just like 100, it was like 100, maybe less, maybe 115 days younger than him in 1992. 3 father-son combos each have hit home runs in All-Star games. Vladimir Guerrero Sr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Sr., and Ken Griffey Jr. If that isn't any indication that any of these ball players that are phenomenal, if they have children that come up, maybe we pick them up in the draft, Boston. I don't know, maybe we go ahead and draft like a junior, because these guys seem to be where it's at. I don't know. Call me crazy. 5 sets of brothers have been All-Star teammates. Wilson and William Contreras in 2022, and Roberto and Sandy Alomar in 91-92, and Sandy Alomar, Cleveland Indians. Joe and Dom DiMaggio. Dom DiMaggio played for the greatest team ever, the Red Sox, and Joe played for that shitty New York Yankees team. Dixie and Harry Walker and Mort and Walker Cooper, I've never heard of, but they played in 42 and 43 and 49 respectively. Fred Lynn, Red Sox. In 1983, Hitler remains the only grand salami in All-Star Game history. Lynn's grand salami scored Manny Trillo, Rod Carew, Red Sox, and Robin Yount to give the American League a 9-1 lead in the 3rd inning. Bam, talk about running away with it. Gary Sheffield, another Yankee dirtbag. He played for the Padres, the Marlins, the Dodgers, the Braves, and the shitty Yankees. And Moises Alou, he played when I was in high school. Expos, Marlins, Astros, Cubs, Giants have represented the most teams in the All-Star Game history with 5 each. 23, Dwight I Love Cocaine Gooden became the youngest All-Star League in history when he was selected as a rookie in 1984 at 19 years old. He also has the most balks in All-Star Game history with 2. He probably has the most lines before a game also. The oldest pitcher to play an All-Star Game is Satchel Paige. This guy, he threw 1 inning in 1953 at 47 years old. The youngest pitcher to start an All-Star Game is Jerry Walker, who tossed 3 innings at 1959 at 20 years old. But the youngest pitcher. Satchel Paige was like 63 and he was still playing Major League Baseball. He was a legend. He was like, I hate to say, he was like TFB before TFB. And the last fact of the All-Star Game, the MLB All-Star play tonight, starting right around the start of this show. The oldest position player to appear in an All-Star Game is none other than my man, your man, Pete Rose, who grounded out as a pinch hitter in 1985 at 44 years old. The oldest player to get a hit in the All-Star Game is my man, Carlton Fisk, who singled in 1991 at 43 years old. Of course, at that time, I think his career with Boston was done. He was playing with Chicago, but Pete Rose also holds the record for the most positions played in the All-Star Game history with 5. Pete Rose holds almost every record there is, and he's still not in the Hall of Fame, but he almost is. So the most hits by a player in a single All-Star Game is by Joe Medwick, Ted Williams, and my man, Kali Stremski. 2 Red Sox players right there. There's another Red Sox one. 5 players hit 2 home runs in a single All-Star game. Gary Carter, Willie McCovey, Al Rosen, Archie Vaughn, and my man, Ted Williams. And Rod Carew, the Red Sox guy, is the only player to hit 2 triples in a single All-Star game. Notice no Yankee names mentioned there. Yankees. 36. Gives a shit. Shohei Ohtani is, this is going to be the last one I give you guys. Shohei Ohtani is, in 2021, became the first player to start in an All-Star game as both a hitter and a pitcher. Ohtani is the only player in MLB history to be selected to the All-Star game as both position player and pitcher, and he did so for 3 straight seasons. This guy, like him or not, guys, guilty of gambling or not, he's just stunning. He's an amazing ball player. And I'm sorry, this is number 50, fact number 50. This is NBC DFW Channel 5. I just happen to find these fun facts on the internet, on the Google. The New York has hosted more All-Star games than any other city, having done so 9 times at 5 different stadiums. 3 active stadiums have hosted 3 All-Star games. Wrigley Field, Fenway Park, of course, and Angel Stadium. Only 1 active Major League Baseball team has never hosted the All-Star game, the Tampa Bay Rays. Because they're not the Red Sox, that's right. So those are my fun 50 facts. While the NL has a devastating lineup, it's the NL. They're not in the American League. I mean, come on, guys. I don't know. I don't know what you're expecting, but I'm going to say, put your money on the American League. And if you got to do like the spread, don't go more than a point and a half, because I think it will be close, but I'd say it maybe under 3 runs. But I think the AL is going to take it away. Oh, excuse me. Without further ado, flipping the switch. It's what time is it, buddy? Oh, it's 8:25. It's just about that time. My guest tonight is a like I stated. I might have stated earlier in the piece of the show. He's a Cincinnati Reds fan, which is weird. Which is even weirder. He's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Okay, they're not the Patriots. He's also all that shit aside, he's a paranormal researcher. He's a fellow podcaster. He's a self-proclaimed, or maybe he's another otherly proclaimed ghost geek. Please welcome to the show, John the Bod Marshall. John, welcome, dude.
What's going on, man? Glad to be on here. Thank you for having me, for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. No worries. Thanks for coming on. The bod. What's the? Are you a must? Are you a workout guy? What's the bod? What's that?
Look at me, man. This is like I work out. Yeah. Let's both just cut to the chase. Me and you, we're bods, okay? Let's just say we're bods. If I don't like it, fuck them.
For sure, dude. Totally.
I got the nickname back in high school, actually.
Oh yeah.
Just a random deal my friend James came up with, and I was like, I'll go with that.
Your accent's a little different than mine. I get the no Oz, the New England straight up. Where are you coming to us from tonight?
I am from Eastern Kentucky.
Eastern Kentucky. Oh wow. I was thinking like this guy from Ohio. Is he Pennsylvania? Wow, Eastern Kentucky. Nice. What do you you're paranormal, we mentioned you're a paranormal researcher. Are you part of any group? Are you part of any organization?
Yeah. Me and my good friend, best friend, Robert Isaac, we are the lead investigators and co-founder and founder of the Ghost Hunter guys from Eastern Kentucky. And, I say this every time to anybody, we're the most realist, most legitimate paranormal team that you will find. And we're not arrogant or anything like that. We just, we know what we're doing, and everybody does the thing different. Everybody. For sure.
And, I've noticed that having this show, I've noticed a lot of things that people all over the country, even people from like Europe and stuff, while we have some things that we do that are similar, we also have some things that make us different. And it's nice to hear different trades and different techniques that people use in the field. What are some of the things that separate you as an investigator that make you guys more creditable, more legit, if you will?
We're more scientific based.
Okay.
We are more environmental based of what's going on at night. We try to figure out EMFs, if there's spikes coming out,
Mm-hmm.
why our devices are acting quonky, check your EMFs and everything like that. Check the floors, because you never know when there's a wire running through that's not, in conduit or whatever. It's not set right correctly,
Right.
and your equipment's going off crazy.
Yep.
That's the basic things that you should look at. And for us, environmental plays a big part in paranormal research for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Why is that? Why do you feel that way?
well, I mean, if you got limestone on a property and you got water, that's a conduit.
Sure.
That's
For
a
sure.
perfect recipe for a paranormal.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
if all that doesn't concur and you have paranormal activity, then you've got to say, well, that's unexplainable.
Right.
Why
Okay.
did this happen?
Do you guys attempt to like excuse any other like logical or any other reasoning behind why it might be before you delve paranormal, or do you go at all? How do you guys typical investigation? How do you approach?
Most of the time when something happens, I'm sitting there going, man, did you see that? Then in the back of my mind, I'm going, okay, what caused that?
Right.
Was it actual paranormal? Like a video clip I sent you,
Mhm.
man, I'm just going to tell you right now, over the past couple of months, we have captured some of the most jaw-dropping paranormal evidence, in my opinion. Just my opinion. When you have a tri-field meter going off along with your tripwire,
Mhm.
and they both coexist with each other, and there's nothing to set it off, that to me, like I said again earlier, it's paranormal. To me, it's paranormal evidence. But you're always in the back of your mind going, okay, let me grab the tri-field or another, like an EMF meter, and go to the floor and see if there's anything intermittent that off.
Yep, for
And
sure.
that's what we try to do. We try to figure out, was it anything that caused it environmentally? But like I said, a lot of stuff we've captured over the past few months has left me scratching my head going, I have no explanation for that.
That's true. As an investigator, there's so many, for me, there's so many different avenues I could go down before I would attempt to even look at paranormal. Like you say, like old, we have a lot of older houses. I don't know about Kentucky, but we have a lot of older houses there.
Yeah, we do.
And a lot of the wiring, some of the wiring in some of these houses are like this horsehair insulation. There's like the wires are not properly insulated. You can trace like wires from upstairs, just running the EMF, just running the K2 or the Enfield, whatever meter you happen to have, and it will pick up. You can go in like right in a straight line and follow a wire. I followed wires like right up a hallway, in an area where people normally feel like that, like, oh, I feel like somebody's watching me. But then you like look and like, they feel it like in the laundry area, or the kitchen is big, or like these old like hallways. I say the kitchen is big because like people don't realize like a little alarm clock on a stove gives a tons of EMF, or like a microwave, or like it's not always just about wires and fuse boxes. It's like these appliances in your regular day home. So do you find that people like get triggered by stuff like that, and you can explain that away rather than say it's a ghost or whether it is or not?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, but you can also turn that around and use it to your advantage and use your devices and say, okay, look, I know this environment has a large EMF, so that's a conductor for you to gain energy from.
Right.
So instead of it, if that's you making it keep going up, why don't you take it down?
Yeah.
And if you see it go down, like say 3 or 4 digits, I mean, how can you explain it's EMF causing it to go down?
Right. If it's usually I say if it's it's going to be like steady. It's going to be like consistent. It's not going to like come in and out. It's not going to go and then stop and then go again and then stop. It's always going to be present. So that's kind of I like idea. I saw in your video with the lights. What was that? We'll get into more on that in a little bit. But what is that with all the lights flashing? What is that, like a REM pod? What is that?
No, the purple lights that you see, that's my favorite device in the paranormal field right now. To me, I feel like I have a connection with that device. And I feel like, and that's a question that I asked everybody on my TikTok page. You go to Ghost Hunter, guys, shameless plug on TikTok, and follow us. Do you guys have a connection with your equipment? Is there one specific piece of equipment that you use that like, this will get the answers right here?
Yes, my digital recorder. I've got more EVPs, and it's the one thing I always have to have whether if it's the only thing, whatever. If it's one out of like 40 pieces of equipment, whatever. But it's always something I always will carry with me. Always have on. Always. You know. I've had not for you. What's your favorite? So what's this tool you're talking about? That's your go-to right now.
It's called the Tripwire. It's made by NCPD. It detects EMF. So anything that lets off an EMF or whatever, it'll detect it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some places we've been at, we've not been able to use it because there's been so much EMF given off. So again, I go to my trusty recorder like you. I always have my recorder on. Yeah. I don't care if you take a break or if you go to the bathroom, leave the stupid thing on because you may catch one of the coolest EVPs ever by not even being around.
Right.
But that device for me, that Tripwire, man, is absolutely just, I got a connection with it. I just feel like if anything happens, it's going to be at that Tripwire. You
so
can
are they all three of your videos, are they all three the Tripwire videos, or is one?
Two. Well, I think there's three of them. I sent you two of them is us interacting with Sarah at the Thomas house in Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
She is one of the entities that's there. Plus, there's a little boy named Edwin, and everybody thinks it's Billy, but he confirmed with us on the Tripwire that his name was Edwin.
Oh, wow.
But when you see that clip of her interacting with the ball, I've never had that interact with us, period, at all, ever.
All right, so I don't have the TikTok video loaded. I have the other three videos that you sent me. I could probably play the TikTok through split screen, but these first three, I'll start with one of them right now.
Yeah, sure. I sent you the TikTok one.
I know you did. I didn't like the other ones. I could download. I could put right into the studio, and the other one I'll just.
That's good.
Should be a big deal. But first one's the 17-second one. If that gives you any context, I'll play it once, and I'll play it, and then you can explain it. And we can play it again. Right?
Yeah. It's no problem.
Is it still a soldier in here with us? Ooh, awesome, thank you.
See,
so this looks. It reminds me of like a REM pod, but much larger scale, of course, with the multiple colored lights and stuff. So how does that work? Because it looks like it's very large.
That is a 36-foot long rope with the LED lights on it and everything.
Oh, wow.
And so we just wrapped it around the seance table and in the Thomas house. And Heather captured that, by the way. Heather, one of our investigators. We normally, when we clip our videos, we give it time to see, so everybody can see what's happening. It's not ask a question and boom, it happens that way, because it don't happen that way.
Right.
At all. And we don't want to. No, and we don't give off. We don't want to give off any false presentation or anything like that with our stuff, because it's not. All of our stuff is legit. But that the Tripwire, just like I said earlier, anything that gives off any type of EMF or any type of energy, it will react with that. So and like it goes from purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. The more energy it gives off, the more brighter the color it gives off. So we even had Sarah upstairs. I think it might have been Sarah or one of them down there that was taking the Tripwire to the colors that I was asking it to over time. Yeah.
That's cool. I've seen that done with a REM pod before. They ask there's 4 colors on the top of the answer. Sure. And they light up specific colors. It just blows my mind, though.
Well, here's something weird. Okay, this is why I say people have connections with their equipment.
Right.
For some reason, my equipment hates me. It does, but most of it hates me.
And the internet hates me, so I totally understand.
And so, like, here comes Heather, Tracy, and Ashley into the group. And then, sure enough, and lo and behold, they get equipment that I can't get a response on for 2 or 3 years. They're going off.
That's great. Not everybody has that. Yeah, like it's a certain connection, maybe. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's cool too that Robert now hardly ever heard anything, saw anything. Now this time around, he's heard footsteps. He's seen 2 apparitions. It's blown my mind. That makes me more happier than anything for those guys to experience stuff that I have experienced before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like to catch something, but if I don't, as long as everybody else is catches up and having a good time, and we're finding evidence, that's great. That's
It's
all.
all about the experiences, brother.
Exactly.
So, and that EVP, you guys were talking about a soldier. What's the context of that question?
So basically, there is a soldier that is at the Thomas House, and he's just
That's
all
in
over.
Tennessee?
Yes, Red Bowling Springs, Tennessee.
Maybe a Confederate soldier? Is that what? Yeah.
We're guessing Confederate soldier, yes.
Yep.
And I would suggest anybody who's close to Tennessee or in your neck of the area who wants to go down and travel to it, it is well worth your time. Trust me.
It's
very much.
State, it's a gorgeous state.
Oh, it is.
Oh my God.
But and most of the time we just throw out random questions. Just because you've got all these stories doesn't mean an entity is just bound to one area. They can go anywhere they want to. So we that's why they asked, hey, is the soldier still here with us? Because we thought that we were talking to a soldier at one point, so that's why that question was asked, and that's the response that we got. So
I'm beyond being a paranormal investigator, I'm also a complete history dork.
Me too.
The American Civil War is probably one of my favorite periods of history. Both sides. I love both sides. Had such. I mean, the Southern cause was probably not the greatest, but some of their leadership was absolutely tremendous in the field of battle.
Yeah, Gettysburg and Savannah is my two favorite places I want to go to.
So you haven't been to Gettysburg yet?
Not yet. That's on my list, man.
I try to go to Gettysburg at least once a year. Last year I went twice. I've never investigated Gettysburg, not once.
Oh wow!
I have walked through certain areas of Gettysburg, maybe looking for a paranormal experience, but I had no recorders. I had nothing on me. I was looking at having an experience, maybe. But it's such a huge battlefield. There's so many aspects to that battlefield. I go to being in Rhode Island. I have a lot of Rhode Island had a lot that they gave during the Battle of Gettysburg and during the American Civil War. So there's a lot of monuments to some serious Rhode Island figures. So I go for Rhode Island essentially for my.
We're getting ready to go in October to do an investigation at the Perryville battlefield. Basically, that is the Gettysburg of the West.
Oh yeah. Like before Shiloh, is it? Yeah, before the battle.
I think so. It's on October the 8th. I don't know the years. Forgive me, folks.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I know Vicksburg was on the same day as Gettysburg, and that was a major Western theater battle. Fall of Vicksburg was like kind of led towards the end of the war, but they still had another two.
And here's something really special about this. I should have known this, but I didn't. Sometimes when I'm a big history buff, I get overwhelmed with stuff and I get so excited I just forget things. And I'm sure you can vouch for that too,
Yeah.
But it happened October the 8th, the same day as my birthday.
They said there's no such thing as coincidence, John. That's what they say.
Yeah, so we're going like the week after, but hey, I'm still going.
No, that's still cool. Gettysburg is. I go back to Gettysburg in a second. One of my best friends is next week. Actually, he's leaving to go. He's a lieutenant colonel in the army. He's leaving to go down to D.C. to go to the National War College. I guess to train to be a general or whatever. But he's like, dude, I'm like an hour from Gettysburg. Like, I'm going to be down like every other month, I guess. So it's really exciting it's just a great. I mean, Gettysburg is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's got a little modern. Which isn't terrible either. The restaurants are great. Tommy's Pizza is really good. Little Round Top is beautiful at sunset. I recommend the whole battlefield, but Savannah is definitely. I haven't been.
Me either.
And my aunt who investigated with me for a number of years, she moved down to South Carolina last year, and she's like, "But I've been down here twice in like 6 months. You got to come here. The energy alone is like overwhelming. The history, the awful history, the spiritual history that's down there. It's everywhere. There's haunted houses like on every other block, and not like those cheesy haunted houses that like they charge you an arm and a light to go in. It's like pretty legit places. So it's definitely on my list. I'm traveling down south this year later on, so I definitely. You've been there, huh? I would definitely love to go. I have a number of locations I'm told to stop at. I have ghost stories that people have told me. It's definitely on the list for sure.
That's Heather responding to you and that she's from my group, so she's been there before, and I'm just jealous. I want to go so bad.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm sure you can find the list online, but there are
Oh yeah.
tons of Sorrel Weed House. Yes, that's one of the houses that I heard. The Sorrel Weed House. That was
Yep.
I think I don't. I might be wrong, but I think there was a doctor that lived there, and he like might have accidentally killed a few Confederate soldiers, and then might have accidentally buried them in his basement. And then the spirit of this doctor like um, pushes and scratches people who it goes in the mediums to get chased out, and it's a nightmare, I guess, for people in that basement. I want to go in that basement, dude.
Me
I
too.
wanted to sit in that basement in the dark and silence, hit record, and like let's just talk, let's just chat.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
Um,
that's like us. I mean, we've been to places where it's supposed to be so haunted that everybody gets ran out.
right.
Nope.
Yeah, it's very quiet sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, give me a
But
pillow. I'm ready to sleep here. It's like Waverly Hills. Give me a pillow. I can sleep there.
I've never been to Waverly Hills.
History wise, go. History wise, go.
Yeah. All right. No. That's in New York, right? Waverly.
No,
Like,
Waverly Hills
that's
is in
Kentucky.
Louisville. Yeah, it's in Louisville,
Oh,
Kentucky.
that's not what you get. That's one that turned into like a hotel or something, right?
They were going to, and I don't know if they're going.
Whatever. It's definitely worth visiting. I'm sure this place is they're not a dime a dozen, but they're a dime a dozen up and down the East Coast. There's a lot of places that have a lot of activity. But what top three? If you had to pick a top three places that you've been to, that you could recommend for other people, what would you say?
Oh my God, dude, that's like put me on the spot.
That's what this interview is all about. I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to ask you questions that you might not have an immediate answer to.
Okay, one Octagon Hall.
Where's that at?
That is in Franklin, Kentucky, and it was a safe house for the North and the South during the Civil War.
Nice.
That place is a legit roller coaster, man, because there's a whole big story with me in that place too. Which hopefully will be coming out on our video. We got lots of stuff. It's still in the can. I got to work on them or get somebody to do my videos because it's hard to do work, take care of my elderly mom, plus ghost hunt, do videos. It's hard.
Dude, I hate it, dude. People don't realize how much time you put into this stuff.
That's exactly right, dude. I mean, one video that you do, if you got like say 8 hours of video, well, you got to shrink that down to at least 40 minutes because you don't want to bore nobody. But listen, folks, that's the name of the game. Paranormal investigating is boring.
For sure. Thank you so much. It's people are like, oh, is it exciting? You go to all the places, it's so exciting. Like some of them are. Some of them is a lot of
exactly.
Some of them I feel like when I sit in the dark just talking to each other, or just like you get bored out and you start telling jokes and stuff. And then sometimes you get like a weird laugh. Like I was like, oh, there was somebody there the whole time. But most of the time, I've watched hours and hours, hundreds of hours of video. We split up video 4 ways, flipped it back and forth, and there's just like absolutely nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, I see an orb, dude. You're looking at an attic with a shit ton of like wind blow insulation, and there's an HVAC system. Of course, you're gonna see like orbs.
Exactly.
It's not. I don't know. What's your thought on orbs, John? I'm not an orb guy.
Horseshit.
Yeah. Amen. Thank you, dude.
But
I could like kick the carpet and take a picture and like, dude, there's orbs everywhere. It doesn't mean it's paranormal. It's called fucking dust.
But there was one time and it was recently that we were left scratching our heads because we did see. I didn't see it, but Robert and Heather saw it at an undisclosed location. That it was a white ball light.
Yeah.
And it went by their feet. And then it had an angle to it, but there was no tail, no nothing. Now, normally if it's a bug or a dust or anything, it's going to have a tail.
Yeah.
That's the key thing, folks. But this lit off its own white light, and Rob saw it, and Heather saw it 2 different times in 2 different locations in that room.
Yep.
So to me, that could have been possibly.
Yeah, I think stuff like that, stuff that's visual. I have one of my investigators, Joe. He does all my film stuff for my beard show too. He always claims to see like a pink prick of light. It's like it's little tiny balls, little pinprick. I'm like, I don't see shit, dude. I don't know. He's always the guy that's like the most balanced, I would say, out of all of us. We all have this like, I feel this, I feel that, I feel this way about it. He was always the most grounded person I've ever met. But he always had this one experience. I never knew if he was like really, and not that I doubted him, but I mean, like no one else ever saw it. But then other people would come out and have these same like experiences that would match Joe's. I'm like, reminds me of Joe. And, like he always saw this like little ball of light. It's always just a little pinprick of light. It makes me think that's like You think that's like maybe them just trying to manifest all they can, and that's all they can muster out of it?
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so, because they've got to have some type of energy to gain from. And
True.
that's why sometimes if I feel comfortable enough with the spirit, I could say, you have permission and only you can grab some energy from me. I don't mind. And that's what happened with Sarah when you play these next two clips. And before, I want to talk about Joey's deal, because I've got this is real cool.
Yep.
I had an attachment for a long time, and it took me out of the paranormal field for a long time. I've been doing this for 16 years.
Wow.
And sometimes, man, buddy, you know this as well as I do, you got to take a break.
Yeah, you do.
You just got to recharge. But when I had that attachment, man, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not anymore, because
Right.
it really scared me.
It's
scared
surreal.
me.
It's surreal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when you see a figure standing at your doorway and you hear chains rattling, and you have a dream of fighting I'm not gonna call it demon, because there's no freaking thing as demons. If there's demons, and why ain't they showed themselves right now on every case we've been to? There should have been something. There might be a demon fart somebody lets out, but I mean, other than that, that's about it. But that's just me. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to stand up to this thing in my dreams. And when I did, a change started happening to me.
Mhm.
And it went away after I went to the house of the Bible screaming, you got to get out of here. I don't want you here. I will fight you. I will kill you again. Get out of here. And then I started fighting back in my dreams. I know people's going to be like, this thing happened. Yes, it did. It really happened.
Right. No, yeah, sure.
So then I was asked to do a podcast or a live stream from a location, the old hospital in College Hill. That really tested my senses, and it really tested if I really want to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
And Robert went with me, and it's just me and Robert in that whole big hospital, huge hospital. We caught some EVPs. We got one of the best EVPs we've had in a long time. There is a guy named Mose who was pushed out the window, who's supposedly pushed out by the window by the cops, or don't know what really happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
But we hear this car go by. It's around not even maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, something like it. Went too late,
Yep.
We're in Mo's room, and man, and I'll send you this EVP this week. I want you to listen to this because it's so crystal clear. And I'm standing in there, and I was like, Rob, I don't. There's a shift, there's a change from the hallway to this room. Which I know environmental, summer and heat and all that. I know that has effect on it, but it was just a different vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're saying. Yep.
And then you hear this car go by, and after the car goes by, this guy comes across and says, "Welcome to Williamson." I was like, what the hell was that? Just Mose talking to me? Is he welcoming me to Williamson? I was like, wow. But another thing with my attachment, going back to Joey's deal, he may have something like I have. I feel like I am more in tune with paranormal investigating now.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel stuff when I go to places, but I'm not sensitive or anything like it. I just know what's up.
Right. I refer to myself as not a sensitive. I don't believe I have any mediumship abilities, although I have this sensation that will come upon me.
Yeah.
It's like a tingly. It's like a pressure in my neck, my back, my chest, my stomach. I'm
Wow.
not a dude. I've worked in mental health for 24 years. I've been in some interesting environments. I'm not an anxious person. When I suddenly get like that overwhelming anxiety, this feeling, it turns into that anxiety. It's like the room goes from like huge to like this big.
Exactly.
It's maybe my body picking up on the environment more so than it is me being a sensitive because I don't like. I've never. Well, no, I can't say I've never heard that because I have heard some stuff before, and I have seen spirits. I 100% believe I've seen like spirits like 7 or 8 times, but it doesn't happen every day.
No.
And I hear like medium something like, oh, I'm in the supermarket. I'm like this woman's like blasted in my ear about her husband, and I gotta shut it off because I can't approach strangers like that in the Walmart. But it doesn't happen to me like that. But there are times where I'll see something and I'll look at a person and then they'll be gone. It's like just our ghost.
My left side will tingle.
Yeah.
I get the shakes on my left side, and thank God Robert's with me, because he keeps me grounded. We're like night and day. We're like the yin and yang. I mean, we're perfect for this with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like he can ground me because normally if I say, hey, something's going to happen, just hang on. When I see him calm down, I'm calm. You know, and then he helps me a lot, honestly. He really don't know that, but he honestly helps me a lot because there's been times where I wanted to jump up and just run straight out there, and
hell yeah, dude.
I have to fight that.
Hell yeah.
You know, I have to fight that, and if anybody that says, you know, they've not want to jump up or run out of a place, you're not human. You're not doing this the right way. You're not.
Sure.
But,
I get way more courage when I have people with me. Oh my God, 110%. We were at the USS Salem, which is up in Quincy, Mass. It's a lovely old ship. It was used after World War II. It didn't see any combat, but it saw some did recovery work in Greece for the earthquake. So it saw some civilian deaths and stuff. So it's a flagship in the Navy for like 30 years. So of course they had some death on the ship. Whatever. It's a busy ship. It's like a little city. Anyway, it's docked in Quincy, Mass, which is just south of Boston, and I'm setting up on the first. We're in the one of the mess halls, and we set up all our equipment and everything. We're spreading everything out and making plans and stuff. At the time, we had wired recorders. We were setting up the wired cameras. I'm running the wire down this long gang hallway, and I'm like, I get that feeling. I was like, oh my God, God. I'm like, hey, can someone come with? I don't have a flashlight. I'm like, can somebody just come with me to run this wire? And I was fine to work down there with somebody else, but oh my God, dude, it's not that I'm a chicken shit, but when I'm by myself, those feelings become holy shit overwhelming. I try and relax myself. I try and use grounding techniques. I try not to think about it at all. I'm just in a nice boat, but it just hits you right in the face.
But you know your limitations. You know when to stop. You know, even me, I know when to not go down that hallway. It's
for sure.
Okay.
Wait, let me get somebody else.
No.
One time I was in a house, this old bed and breakfast in Block Island. It's like 15 miles off the coast in Rhode Island. It's a little tiny island, resort town type thing. And we're investigating a bed and breakfast. And I was the first one from the team. Me and my wife were out there. And we did I did the EM sweeps for the whole house. I wanted to just see what the environment was like and everything. See the plumbing, what was like when the toilets flushed, what was like when a car drove the road. All the little things that I can look at in the daytime. And we did the whole house. I went through the whole thing. And we're going through the kitchen. I didn't go downstairs. I didn't go in the basement. So I go downstairs, and it was to the left was the maid's quarters. So I went through there, and to the right there was like a suite, double bedroom, and like a bathroom, and then it had like a back slided door that went to New Harbor, which is like the other bay in Block Island. So I remember going into that room. I'm walking through the whole thing. I do a sweep of the whole room. And I see a ledge right before the sliding glass door, and on the ledge is these old books in Rhode Island. It was called the Block Island, but it's from different towns in Rhode Island. They have old pictures of what the town used to look like and shit like that. So I'm sitting there looking at one of these books. I'd never seen the Block Island book. I'm like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I felt fine, dude. And then it hit me. It's like, I'm not alone. I'm in this room. It's like that. It's like right on top of me. I'm like, hey. How you doing? I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna go now. I'll be back later.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me now. I don't want to see you right now. I'll see you later. And I screwed right up the stairs. I ran right out of the house.
Yeah.
That just overwhelming. It's like you walk into a room and everybody stops talking and looks at you. You get that dirty fucking look. Why is this asshole here? And you feel it. It's like that. It's kind of like that. I don't know. What are your thoughts? It's like that for you?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you get that feeling. You get that feeling like I'm not supposed to be in here. But I'm going to stay here anyway.
Is it scary, John? Do you think it's scary?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes you just have to mentally be like, look, this is why you're doing this. You got to push your limits. You know, you got to push yourself to say like, okay, I may get something of the Holy Grail. And if I run out, I mean, I'm not going to.
Especially when I get a feeling like that. I will always go back to a room like that first. If I was run out of it earlier in the day. I'm like, we got to go to that. We got to start in that room.
Yeah.
And that's always like, for one reason or another, if I get that feeling, I'm not saying I'm special, but for one reason or another, if it's that room, I'll always get something in that room.
My second place is I want to say the Thomas house we just came back from because of the evidence and stuff we've had interactions with. And the third one, man, it's local. It's the Stafford house.
What is that?
that is in Paintsville, Kentucky. I actually heard footsteps, someone coming up the steps, 2 flights of stairs, and there's nobody in there.
Oh, wow.
Robert has a crew downstairs, and they're in a room, so I know they're not making it. And I verified and said, Robert, where you at? He's like, I got a group down here in this room. And I went, you didn't come outside? Nobody came outside at all? He said, no, nothing. And buddy, I'm telling you right now, I could hear step by step.
Oh,
by
yeah.
step.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I used to work overnight in a group home, and I've heard that alone. So,
dude, and I pulled a chair. I was like, here, sit down. Come on in. I mean, we're here to talk to you. That's why we're here. But I'd say Stafford House, man, has revealed some stuff that has been very impressive. And when everybody see these next 2 videos from the Thomas House, I'm telling you right now, these are, like I said, man, these are some of the most jaw dropping stuff I've saw in a while, because it shouldn't be happening.
John, with that said, I'm going to play the second one.
Sure.
This is the 26-second video to give you the context. Here we go.
All right, you ready? On the count of 3.
Come on, Cece.
You can do this. I know you can.
You ready?
A chance to win a doll. You got to win it. If you can do it one more time, then we will go get you a doll if you want a doll. 1, 2, 3.
Good job, Cece.
Absolutely awesome. Are you freaking kidding me?
Right on command like that. That's a rarity, dude.
The second, she did it twice. If you played the other one, watch the other one, because she did it twice, and it was so cool because I said you can use my energy. Yep. But I swear to God, I sound like a game show host. So you can do it right now. You go, chance to win a doll.
I'll play the next one really quick. It's the same footage, same place. Yeah.
Yeah. Part 1. There's 2 parts. You know.
Okay. There we go.
Will you play with us? Will you roll the ball and stuff? Will you?
Please. Light up on these lights if you want me to roll it again.
If you can go faster than this ball, we'd like to see it. I know you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, good job, Cece.
All right. So this is a string of lights.
Yep.
And does it have anything special? Do I have to spend like $500 on a website to buy this? What is this?
I got it pretty cheap when I first got it, but it's $280.
Okay.
And it's, buddy, I'm telling you, it is worth every dime. I can tell you in my heart, dude. Trust me, get it. Work with it.
All right.
Once you get responses from that thing, oh, buddy.
So they make so it's just a cord with lights on it. Is that the?
I'll send you the link to it.
All right. Yeah, please.
They make a 12-foot and they make a 36-foot.
And of course, you got the long one, right?
Yeah, I got the long one.
36 feet. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of ghosts.
A 36-foot, and then they make a 12-foot. But I mean, I just like to cover a lot of area. That's just me.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's important. I used to investigate with a guy. He would bring like 50 recorders, literally 50 recorders, and he'd strategically place them all around the room. Especially when doing like a spirit box session. He's like, you gotta have one in this end of the room, you gotta have one in that end of the room, you gotta have one out in the hallway, you gotta have one in the next room. Like, why, dude? He's like, well, what if they respond in another room?
Yeah.
God, dude, that's so in depth. He would listen for. I don't know what this guy was. This guy worked for the Navy. Actually, he was a citizen contracted for the Navy, and he was a former naval officer and built submarines and shit. I think he lives up in New York now. But this guy, he brought so much. He would come with a van packed with not only 50 recorders, but every piece of equipment that you could ever imagine seeing on a TV show or seeing on I'd love to get that, but that's so expensive. He's got like 5 of them. And it's insane, like how much you can do with all this shit. But I mean, like, who really has all that time to go? Oh my! I still don't understand how we reviewed like 50 recorders.
There are certain locations that in your gut. Now I have like 6 or 7, maybe 8 recorders that I have, but I don't use them all at every investigation. Now, if it's a pay to play and I know we're not going to be there for next year or so, I'm going to set up all my stuff, because what's the chances of us catching something like that, just like he did?
Right.
So
sure.
I get that. You just have to be like, man, because if you go home and you're like, should have set that recorder up in that last bedroom.
Right.
Could have. Yeah, that's where they get all the bangs. That's where the kids laugh and play. but to each is their own. You learn.
Right.
You learn from
Some
it.
of these pay places, you don't you're like, oh, I'll be back next year, and then you never go back. It's schedule
Octagon
stuff
Hall.
happens. It's expensive. Some of it,
Oh God, yeah. Octagon Hall is the only place that we've been back year after year after year. And this year, I don't think we're going to be able to make it because it's just a little bit too out of our budget. We are now doing like more bang for our buck, more hours for our buck. You know what I'm saying? You know, if we get 12 to 14 hours, and some of these places give you 12 to 14 hours and a place to stay and everything. So that's what we do for now.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. That's definitely cool. I was able to bring up your TikTok video, so I'm gonna flip over that really quick. I'm gonna do a little share screen.
before you air this, man,
Go ahead.
this is man, I'm gonna tell you this right here
Give
was
us a little preview. You're gonna set it up for us?
Yeah, I'll set it up.
Okay.
So basically, this was captured over at the theater over in Benham. This is me and Robert doing it on our own.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of, other than the two videos you guys just watched, this was the holy grail for us at that time, because I used to use the Spirit Talker app, which I'm not 1,000% 100 on that, but now the stuff we got at this point leading up to what happened, it coincides with each other, because we got a warning of saying gaining more energy. And we're like, okay, you need to gain more energy. Do we need to take a break? And it answered Robert and said, yes. Then we take a break. And then after the break, you'll see why it said gaining more energy. And this is the warning.
All right, there we go. So 57 seconds, folks. Stay tuned. Oh, wait, let me get unmute the sound. There we go.
Hope everybody can see it.
Bear with me a second. Yeah. Try to make it bigger if I can.
Technology, man. I hate it.
Yeah, I suck with the internet too. Oh, here we go. Full screen. Bam, look at that. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Here we go, guys.
So Alice, are you still here with us?
Gaining more energy.
There, folks. Gaining more energy.
So would you like us to leave you alone for a little bit, give you time to rest and gather your energy?
Would you like us to leave to take another break and come back? Yes or no? Would you like us to?
Don't provoke us.
Yes. There you go, Robert.
Well, we can definitely step out for 30 minutes or so. Come back and see if you're any stronger.
Would anyone like to speak with us again? Yes or no?
Boom.
What was that?
The bright flash of light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, we tried to figure out where that light came from. We caught it on 3 other cameras and a DSLR camera.
yeah, that was pretty clear. I saw that.
And
Source.
there was no source. Even the cop that let us in, he couldn't find no source. He went under the stage where the theater was. There's no way of getting in there. There's no lights up in there to do that.
All right, well, let me. Can I play that one more time? Because I wasn't anticipating that kind of.
It just comes at you, man, out of nowhere.
Yeah,
And I swear, I turned my head this way for just a split second because I felt something was going to happen, and then bam, that's when it happened.
That's crazy, dude.
That's when I really realized. Then, buddy, I was like, okay, now I know I have something. You know?
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk about it in a minute, but I don't know how I feel about the phone apps. I've heard different. I've experimented with, but I'll play this again and we'll talk more.
So would you like us to leave you alone for a little bit, give you time to rest and gather your energy?
Would you like us to leave to take another break and come back? Yes or no? Would you like us to?
Don't provoke us.
Yes. There you go, Robert.
Well, we can definitely step out for 30 minutes or so. Come back and see if you're any stronger.
Would anyone like to speak with us again? Yes or no? What was that?
The bright flash of light.
Honestly, it looks like a flashlight goes on and off.
Right. And we had no flashlights.
That's tremendous. That's a great catch, dude. If that's
It's legit. I wouldn't post anything that I did.
oh no, absolutely.
But
Um,
there's
that's
been others there's been others that's been over there,
yeah.
and they say they've caught the same thing in different places.
Oh wow. The same light anomaly like that.
But not as bright as that.
That's really cool when another team has similar experiences. I've had that happen in different locations. So that's kind of cool when it's validating. It validates your experience, which is so weird, but it validates that other people have had this experience, have no explanation for that, which makes this feel much more. It's so much cooler. It's so much, like, again, validating for someone like yourself who's the same experience. Yeah, it's really cool when that happens.
And I hope people enjoy what we've captured, because I mean that piece of evidence plus the ball evidence, to me, that's holy grail stuff, man. That is absolutely holy grail for sure. Coming from where we come from, I mean, when I first started, I just had a recorder, a flashlight, and a digital camera. That's all.
Yeah, right. I'm always I'm the lead investigator in my group. I founded Ocean State Paranormal back a while, probably like 20 years ago now, and I never have. I'm always the guy without a flashlight. I never have a flashlight. I'm always the guy. Guys, we're not liable. We don't have insurance. If you fall, it's on you. But me, who is telling you all this, is the guy who also doesn't have a flashlight, and I can borrow one of yours. So never have one. But yeah, it does, dude. It doesn't. You don't have to buy. This is what I try to tell people. You don't have to buy. It's nice to have some of this cool stuff. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on equipment that you see on the TV shows. All you really need is a recorder, maybe an EMF meter of some kind, and a little bit of courage. And just trust your own insights and your own
yeah, just don't get a K2 meter, folks, because it's not shielded. So K2, anything can set that thing off.
Dude, K2 and K, like cell phones are renowned, but any source of energy, right?
Yep.
But K2s are not, maybe not a ripoff, but like they're the biggest ripoff of the paranormal field. And I say this because if you go on any ghost hunters equipment page, not to mention anybody's name, because there's some really good websites out there, but anyone in particular will charge between $50 and $75 for a K2 that you can go to Walmart.com and get the same model for like $15. Just saying.
Yep. Or Amazon.
You don't have to spend a ton of money on this stuff. The recorder that I've had that has captured countless EVPs for a number of years, it's a $40 Sony. It's got the dual mics. It's not the soft. It's not like this. It's just dual mics. It cost me $40 at Walmart. Like Christ, like 20 years ago.
Are they the X and Y mics? They cross like that?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have the cross ones. I have the one that it has the mics on both sides.
Okay, I got you.
It was before that model. Yeah. You don't need to go crazy. I mean, you will get better quality, I guess, sometimes if you do go crazy, but then again, you might just be wasting your money. So you can. I will say
this about recorders. I'm a recorder freak. I love recorders.
Nice.
But Brandon Alvis from Haunted Discoveries changed my life on recorders for the one that he told me and suggested for me to get, because it will change any paranormal people out there. It will change your life if you get it, because it's a H1 Essentials by Zoom.
Yep.
32 flat bit rate. So let it record. Doesn't matter. You can crank that thing all the way up as loud as you want, and then does not affect the audio at all. Does not give you the all that stuff, especially get a low. If you get a very low EVP, a Class C EVP, or something that's not audible, you can take that out and crank it.
Yeah, like those really
exactly. You can crank those things wide open, buddy, and you can hear what they're saying, or you can get whatever you want out of it.
That's cool.
I got the bundle. It's like $127, but you don't have to pay that. They've got one for just $100.
That's not bad either. But
no,
there's all this software that you can use to enhance. Although I only like to enhance so much with the software, because then I feel like I lose the original value.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes all that out, and it screws with the EVP so bad. You're like, man,
it sounds like an alien voice on here now.
Yeah,
like a person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's some of it you got to be careful what you do. But one thing I wanted to bring up, we kind of talked about it a little bit, and then I said I'd talk about it more. Is the I'm not sold on the phone app at all.
Oh,
I've used them. I've had experiences with them. It seems like that some of the answers that they generate are very like morbid, horror movie based. Like you stop provoking us. It seems like something that someone would load in there for like entertainment purposes. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
So that night with us using that Spirit Talker app, and I'm going to tell this just straight up, even if you use an Ovilus, I've got an Ovilus 5B, and normally those things spit out words like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have to put some full testing on this thing, because the other night at the Thomas house, each location we went to 2 locations, and I'm not lying to you when I tell you this. First location only came out with 2 words. Normally there's words after words with words. This only 2 words. Went to another location in Thomas house, only got 3 words. So it runs off energy, just like an EMF. But now, as far as like Spirit Talker app, it's like a puzzle piece that you're putting together. All those words that are spit out, you have to go back and dissect it and say like, okay, does this match up with the property? Does this match up on what we was asking? And for a little bit, I guess, when we were asking question after question, and some questions we asked, we pushed it a little bit. So I guess, maybe we were provoking it a little bit and we didn't mean to.
Maybe.
No.
I mean, maybe it's a thing. I'm not saying it's. I've not used it enough to say otherwise.
Right.
I've used other apps where it seemed like it's like all right, like murder or like blood. Like, come on.
But now, for it to say gaining more energy,
yeah,
and then to happen to do what it did, I find
that's cool.
That's hard for me to say no on that part.
Right.
For sure.
That for sure. Using the Avilius, I've had more convincing luck. We're at a case, and is myself and another investigator in a room. We had the Avilius on. The homeowner was with us. We're the only people in the house. And I had known the homeowner for some time, and I knew the whole history of the house. I knew when it was built. I knew exactly who lived there, the families, all that. I had all the records in Providence are phenomenal, and they had like all the residency records and stuff. And the Avilius says the name Mary. Like, well, it's kind of a common name, but they're like, what about the history? I'm like, I don't have anything in the history of Mary. No one lives there by the name of Mary. So I was sitting there for like 30 seconds in silence. And the homeowner, Rich, he's like, hey, my Nana, her name was Mary.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, when did she, she's still alive? She passed. She's like, oh, no, she's been dead for like 20 years. Like, she didn't know me before I met my wife. She didn't know me before my kids. She's been dead since I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. And then within like 10 seconds, the Avilius says the word grandmother.
Oh.
So I thought that was kind of like, that could be something. And then it matched an EVP that fell right into it. After we were talking about, because we were in the room where his child slept people would like see an older woman in the room. So we're talking to this older woman. Could it be Rich's grandmother? Could it be Mary? And there's an old woman's voice that comes through clear, class A, all that clear as day. Let the baby sleep. Like, oh my God. Like,
wow.
You ever get an EVP like that where you just like absolutely shit your pants? Like,
yeah. Yeah, because this was a long time ago. Now, I used to use an Olympus small digital recorder, had the white noise and all that stuff. But man, that was my go-to back in the day. And I left it in a home that used to be a funeral home. Left it up in the attic. And I said, I'll be back tomorrow to get it. Oh, buddy, that's the best decision I ever made in my life. Oh, man. Well, and I always say that when you do EVPs and you go back and you listen to your audio, sometimes there's going to be a break before you hear that audio, that EVP come through. And you probably know what I'm talking about. There's no mistaking it. There's a click. Or something. The audio changes. You'll see it. And you'll see it on your wave pad, whatever that you use. And there's this screeching. It sounded like a train coming down the track. It was so loud. And then you hear this old regular Baptist preacher preaching. And I mean, you hear him thump on the thing, whatever it is. I'm losing my mind right now. But anyway,
The
He
thing.
he slams his fist down on that, and then all of a sudden you hear him sing him down. See, regular Baptists back in the day, and still today, they will sing a preacher down. I don't know if you've ever heard that or not.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before. Yeah.
But they'll start singing him down, and that comes across, and then when it cuts out, man, it's just like right on out. It's like it was there and then gone.
You think something like that was more residual, just playing something?
Oh, it had to be. It had to be.
Yep.
Yeah, had to be residual. And that's the cool part. We got a new investigator, Tiffany. She talks big, but when I try to put her in certain spots, she's like, I ain't going down there. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Sure.
But she's heard some stuff and she's helped out a lot. And Jeff, he's helped out a lot. He's my, he's getting to the point now where he kind of picks up on like what I do. He can hear things like I have, and I tell people it just takes time. If you allow it and you want to do this, it takes time. If not, that's fine. If you just want to come help us, that's fine. It's fine too. But the group that we have right now, man, oh, I love them. This is
great. It's
great.
good to have a good dynamic. My teams, we've been kind of like, we did an investigation earlier this year. Honestly, I haven't been able to touch any of the evidence to review it. It's a restaurant we've investigated many times. It's definitely active. It's definitely haunted. There's no doubt in my mind. I saw an apparition that night. There's no doubt in my mind that this place is haunted. But life hits you. I work full time. I'm in a clinical master's program right now for to become a counselor. Life
awesome.
is. Thank you. The life is just so busy. So I mean, the paranormal will always be there. There will always be something to draw me into it. Because as much as I love history, the history of the paranormal cross, the paranormal and psychology, my career of choice cross. So there's always going to be something that will pull me. There's always going to be something that pulls me into it a little bit more. As if you could give anybody advice to get like, hey, I've never had any experiences. What can I do to open myself up a little bit more, John? How can I make myself more open to this? What would your advice be?
Get with a team that is reputable. Get with a team that you mesh with. Get with a team that will help you and show you what each device does. Get with a team that will allow you to, kind of branch out on your own, but be close in case something happens. That's our rule. We don't never go along with the,
Right.
That's our rule.
For sure, dude. Yeah, like physically, like real world, not that say it's fake, but I mean, like if a tree falls, you get hurt or something.
Exactly. Right. And if you got questions, ask. There's not a stupid question. And just like, I even dog the Spirit Talker apps, all these apps on the phones, but for people who use them, test them out, see what works best for you. Exactly. Go through it. It's like a puzzle piece. Like I said, you've got
investigate the methods, investigate on your own, do your own thing for sure.
Right.
In recent years, I started somebody recommended, like, no, really? And then I tried it, like, holy shit, and it's dirt cheap. The cat ball. Have you ever tried investigating with a cat ball, John?
Yes, cat ball
has
awesome
paid off. It doesn't react to anything electronic.
No. Right.
It responds to touch.
And it's cool too because we'll have it set up next to an EDI meter.
Yeah.
And you see that go off compared to EDI. It's like, that's interesting.
Right.
But just because you got all these pieces of equipment, it may just latch onto one piece of equipment that it wants to work with, and that's it.
One thing, dude. Old school methods is to take a piece of chalk and draw like a circle and put a ball in the middle and turn a camera on. Like, go ahead, move that ball for me. Do it.
Yeah, or honestly, set a ball up somewhere.
Never move. But people do the flashlight. People do all different like powder on the floor. Those old school techniques sometimes are more effective than than all these fancy lights and whistles. Sometimes not. But I mean, try everything at least.
Yeah, dolls. Yeah, especially you got kids there. I mean, what kid don't like a ball? What kid don't like a little doll? What kid don't like a little fire truck? But do something to their error. Don't go and get like a Porsche and sit down and be like, here's your nice car.
Play with this car. You know
exactly.
what a car is, right?
Right, exactly. Get one of those old wooden ducks that you had to pull with a string, something like that to, just anything like that. Like I've got some Civil War stuff. I got Civil War bullets, I could take to a location and say, okay, can you tell me what this was used for and set it out as a trigger object? There's things like that you need to research and take before you go. That's what I like to do.
I've done that myself. We investigated an old mill in Rhode Island, and it had, I guess, a general in the Civil War owned it, and there's 3 carvings in the wall. So they think that there's no historical record to tie this. But they think this general had POWs working in this mill because these guys' names, and it says 20th Virginia. And we have Fort Adams here in Rhode Island. They might have been housed there. I don't know. There's no record that they were housed there. But I brought my best friend does. He's in the military, and he's like, oh, dude, I'll wear my. He's do Civil War reenactment. He's like, I'll wear my uniform. I'll bring my. I'm like, yes, bring all that, dude. Bring all that.
Yes.
Sing like Dixieland or sing something, one of those Civil War tunes. Get some emotions revved up by all means. Do it.
Yeah, play Dixie, play all that stuff, man.
We're not doing it to be disrespectful. Just because you're trying to trigger something doesn't mean you're trying to do it disrespectfully.
Well, here was something I didn't even know. We went to the Dr. Polk house and an apothecary. See, I never could say that, but I can say apothecary all day long now.
Apothecary.
Yes, I did not know that the doctor at that time, he was only a doctor. Well, he was a doctor, but only did it for like a couple of weeks to help out during the Civil War during Perryville battlefield, right?
Yeah.
So I did not know, even he was a Southern, he did not like the South, did not like what they were doing, did not like them at all. So we had some trigger objects. I had a soldier's cowboy hat, the soldier's hat, plus I had the little cappy hat that they would wear.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, Brandon was like, you do know he was anti-Southern, right? I went, no. As soon as we took that stuff out, dude, bam. I mean, it was just like, it was like, I was like, what the hell?
You go so red. Well, I mean, I tell everybody, I'm like, it's not, I mean, it's super, great, it's supernatural, but it's not really super. I mean, you just, like, you're dealing with people. You just got to treat them as such. Treat them as people. Treat them as you would, anything that's going to piss off, like, your neighbor, it's probably going to piss off the ghost that's in your house. Just
we had
like people though. If they're bothering you, say, "Hey, dude, leave me the hell alone. I don't want to be bothered at night. Don't come and stand over my bed. That's creepy, dude.
Right.
Leave me the hell alone." Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But
Brandon said that stuff gets, some stuff had been thrown in there, but didn't seem very malicious or anything like that.
Right. It just
so the girls were going upstairs. And Robert was over there by the door to make sure they get upstairs okay. And I'm standing way back from the stairs and all that stuff. And you hear this big, loud, something hard and metal being thrown. And I mean, you can hear it loud. And Ashley's like, what the hell was that? I was like, I have no idea. I said, something got thrown and you can hear it loud. Yeah. So we tried to find out what it was, where it went to, and could not find nothing. Nothing.
Right. That reminds me of this restaurant that I investigated that we haven't reviewed the evidence from. There were like loud bangs coming from the basement every time we asked a question. Like, guys, when you go down there and check it out, like loud bangs, like someone was like hammering something. Like, go check that out, Joe. He's like, no, I'm not going down there. How about like 3 of you guys go down there? No, we're not going down there, buddy. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go down there either. So I don't really blame you, but like
that would have been cool to do. Like, hey, can you answer yes or no? Can you not once or twice? Try that, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. We used pendulum. We got like things spelled out on the pendulum, and then like EVPs to match it. It's just like there's so many different methods to investigate. There's just so many different things that you can do to trigger a response, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have
even Estes methods. I've done Estes.
Most of it you will not learn on TV shows. The TV shows, unfortunately, are for entertainment purposes, I believe, only.
I agree. But now there's one show that I will back 1,000% that is not made for entertainment and on for TV just for that.
Okay.
It's Haunted Discoveries.
Okay.
Because they are historically, they're more about the history.
Yep.
And the hauntings.
Yep.
Their main priority is the history factor of the locations, but they're there for investigation too. Some of the stuff, man, that they have captured and what they've done is very, very compelling.
Right.
And I like how they do it. They're more environmental than anything.
And I'm not going to say it's all bullshit. I'm not.
Right.
I got my own home state of Rhode Island. Hey, I got the boys from TAPS.
Yeah.
Ghost Hunters. We were like some of the first guys to get a TV show.
Yeah.
The first season, I don't know if you ever saw it, Taps the first
Yeah.
season. They go on like they do like usually 2 cases. Sometimes one was a residential case, sometimes was one historical, sometimes it was a church or a bar or whatever.
Yep.
Sometimes they would find stuff, and sometimes they weren't. Sometimes they were able to debunk, like, hey, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and hey, maybe if you try this, let us know. And it didn't end up being haunted, but they made it like so it was almost more realistic. Like not everywhere is going to be haunted. And I did appreciate those first 2 seasons until, of course, Sci-Fi took the production rights and of course ran it into the ground. I think, but like
And
almost every
the
other overdone paranormal show since then with actors rather than Ghost Hunters.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's not all.
I've got the first 2 seasons of Ghost Hunters. Don't laugh at me. I liked it. Okay.
No, I do too. I like Grant and Jason. That they're I see Jason here and there almost all the time around Rhode Island. So
really, he needs to be on my podcast. He needs to be on my podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Love to have him on my podcast. Yeah, get him
Yeah.
on yours, buddy. Get him on yours.
We're 2 Rhode Island. This guy, you would think. I've had his daughter on, Satori, and her boyfriend Cody. I've known them. I've known Cody since he was a little guy, but
Wow.
I've never had on her dad. He's probably on my bucket list of guests that I want to get on. But yeah, he's from Rhode Island. He's from Warwick. I work at Warwick, so I mean, there should be some kind of connection.
And you know what, man? They're the ones that paved the way to actually get teams to go and do what we're doing right now. Honestly,
like, I see them doing it. I'm like, oh wait a minute, so I could do this, right? Yeah, I could go, and I have. Christ, that was 20 years ago, and here I am still kind of doing it. Yeah, it's
but it was so scary though when you go to your first residential home and you're like, I'm going to somebody's house. What the hell is going to happen?
And they're leaving me here, and like, holy shit! I hope nobody breaks anything or like fucking trips down the stairs and breaks a bone because we're not gonna pay for any of that. So yeah, it was definitely it was like, or what is this person like? Is this person ill? I've gone into people's houses with other people as like a consult with a demonologist. There was a local demonologist here in Rhode Island, and he asked me to come out for a consult because I worked in psychology. And I brought my friend Joe. He came. He's like, oh, I want to check this out. I'm like, all right, come on. And we go in the place and it's like crying and hysterical. She's got all this stuff going on, and most of it centers around the basement where her son lives. But at first we couldn't go down there because it was her son's space. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then she's so upset, she's so distraught, but she just wanted to show us the basement. So we got up, we decided she like texted her son, it was okay. So we get up, we go downstairs. She goes from like crying upset to like, I am the voice of the devil. You know, she like physically attacked the demonologist I was with. And I went hands-on and had to like physically remove this. Like, what?
Wow.
Like, is this the devil? Come to find out. The client had recently been hospitalized at Butler Hospital, which is a local psychiatric hospital here in Rhode Island.
Oh wow!
She had several hospitalizations where it was on and off meds. Probably not paranormal, probably psychiatric.
Yeah.
Have you had any of those experiences? People, the living scared you any more than the dead have, John? Like they have me?
Oh yeah. I've got some weird vibes, and I'm just like, nope.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When me and Rob started this a long time ago, and this is no joke, we got to ask, hey, do you guys use everything that they use on TV? No. Oh, well, we thought you did. That's why we called you to have y'all out. And I was like, so do you not have anything go on? Then they signed our agreement and everything, and we took photos, and it was like a hoarder's nightmare.
Yeah.
So we put it up on our YouTube. We put it up on our page, and they threw a fit. So we took it down. I was like, it's not worth it. Just take it down.
Yeah. Right.
And what I guess from what I'm took from it is that they really wanted us to say their house was haunted. And most people in a lot of these locations that open up that say there's a lot of activity, they just want to say there's a lot of activity to get you.
They want the attention, man. They want the recognition. I've had people that wanted to be on TV and they've had us investigate like over and over this. Like, we ain't getting nothing. We get nothing. Every investigation, like nothing. Not to say your house isn't haunted. I just like, we've been here so many times, it's just nothing.
Yeah, if you go to the location,
so badly she wanted something, or like they give you like their best piece of evidence. Like, yeah, I can see like the glare from this is an orb. I'm like, I can see the glare from the window that you're facing, and in the reflection, you can see you holding the phone, taking the picture. So that's clearly a reflection of, and automatically you're the asshole. And how are you a ghost hunter? You don't even believe it. Blah, 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 blah. Every insult comes out. And it's like, I think you just want me to tell you that it's something so you can bolster yourself a little bit more. Maybe you get this positive attention. I don't know.
And I think that your mind can really mess with you mentally to make you think that your location's on it, because you can psych your own self out. You can.
It's confirmation bias. You want to believe that there's something there, so you got to do everything that you can to convince yourself that you're seeing something, right? About a month ago on Bookface, I try not to. I'm part of all these groups, and people will post pictures and videos all the time, and like most of them are like, yeah, and I won't comment, dude. I just like keep to myself because it starts trouble. But there was this lady posted, she's probably like West Virginia, Ohio. She's talking like the Mothman. She's like, I don't know if it was the Mothman, but we'll say she was saying the Mothman. She's like, look, she's like, across the street in the cemetery, the Mothman is hiding behind that gravestone, and he's looking right at my house. And here he is close up. This is the Mothman. Blah, blah, blah. She goes on and on and on. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I gotta say something. I'm like, are you talking about like that bush, like right there in the middle of the photo? She's like, it's not a bush. It's a Mothman. I'm like, you can see the green. You can see the you see the tree leaves. Like it's a pine. It's a pine bush. Like, oh my god! And I was the biggest asshole. This side of the Mississippi, dude. Like, no, I'm not saying.
I'm glad you brought that up, because back in the day when we had those like 5 megapixel and all that, those small digital cameras, and they take a photo and they blow it, go, look at all these there's like 5 faces in this. Well, yeah, your eyes, if you stare at something long enough, you're gonna make in your mind, you're gonna see it.
Right.
I give this advice: when you take photos, doesn't matter if you take it with up-to-date equipment or even the old school equipment, it has to grab your attention before you can say there's something there. Yeah, you can look and look and look and look, but eventually you're gonna be like, oh, I see it now. No.
You see what
it has to jump out and bite you like a snake. I mean, that's just me. I have to see something grab my attention before I can go,
People have seen the Virgin Mary in a blueberry muffin. I don't think it's the Virgin Mother. I think it's just the shape. It's they want to make sense of the shape that you see.
Right.
Oh my God, it looks like a face. Oh my God, it looks like the Virgin.
Yep.
I don't know, dude. Gonna switch gears really quick. Tonight is the All-Star game. You're a National League fan. I'm an American League fan. Who do you think is going to come out on top here?
Well, last 12 years, the 11 years is AL. So right now,
completely dominated. I don't have a score in front of me. Your guy Abbott from the Reds, he was starting for the NL. Yeah.
Yep. It's 2-0 right now.
2-0.
Top of the 5th. Get ready to go top of the 5th, I think. So
American League, National League, who's
National League?
Oh, well, there you go. There's a little bit of hope there. Do you have any hope? I know when your Reds played by Red Sox, I think last month, I think we might have swept the series.
Y'all destroyed us, man. I mean, I'm a diehard Reds fan, and it's just one of those things where they either have a good season before the All-Star break and then they collapse, or either it's vice versa.
Yeah.
So if they catch it right, I mean, I don't know. They need a power hitter. They need some more pitching. Yeah. But you're looking at a small market team that don't have a lot of money to spend.
Wait, who the hell wants to go to Cincinnati, though? Right?
What was that?
Who the hell wants to go to Cincinnati? No offense, no offense. It's not like LA and New York or anything, but I mean, it's like one of these little towns little cities that
maybe they can do something like the Cubs did a couple years ago, where they had Epstein come in and be a general manager.
Oh my God!
And then, he is. And they can. It's like the Cubs did. They had shares people could buy, and they took those shares and bought ball players. I mean, why not? I mean,
that's what you need to do. You need to buy the talent for sure. The Red Sox just got a shit ton of money back because they got rid of Rafi Devers, which is like 2 years.
That was the best thing they could ever done.
Oh, for sure, dude. They went on. They slumped a few games after, but they've been on a hot streak. he's been talking shit about the management and the organization for a few years now. It didn't start in spring training. Last season, he had so many errors at third base. When they decided to move him DH, I'm like, it's the best thing ever they could do. And he was so butthurt. And then he came back from spring training. He was fat and out of shape. So, like, what do you expect, dude? You suck at baseball. You're great at hitting, but you're getting fat. You don't give a shit. You talk shit about the team all the time. You talk shit about the ownership. Yeah, and you're nothing but a drama show. I don't know how Red Sox fans didn't see that one coming for a few years now.
And you play a kid's game getting paid bukus of money.
Buku bucks,
dude.
dude.
And you're bitching, man.
Yeah, right.
I'll take your spot. Let me have it.
Dude, I'll play DH all day long.
Exactly.
For any major league team that will have me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I don't have to play the field. I don't have to risk injury or getting hurt. I can just hit the ball, which is, like you said, it's a kid's game.
Focus on your
guys like superior athletes in a kid's game, but yeah, you're getting holy shit money to play a kid's game. A few weeks ago it was Bobby Bonilla Day. It's not just Bobby Bonilla who did it. There were a few players that have done it in history, but to do something like that, dude, to where you get $1 million for the rest of pretty much the next like 40 years.
Smart
like, holy
man.
shit, brilliant, dude. That's the best thing you could possibly do, because you could go shit out of luck and have a terrible year. As long as you make it to July 1st, you know you're going to get $1.3 million. For me, if I got $1.3 million every July, dude, I wouldn't be doing anything.
Man. He was a smart man. His agent, whoever did that, smart man, because
brilliant. It was brilliant.
And Bobby wasn't a slouch of a ball player. He was a good ball player.
Yeah, sure. Right through the end of his career, for sure.
Yep.
Incredible. Another great ball player, Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose, finally got forgiven, dude. I think that was I don't know. I get it. He gambled, and gambling is a sin, but he gambled for his own team to win. So I really don't see the problem with that personally. And two, he was probably one of the top 5, maybe the top 10 baseball players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks that him and like, you know, the Black Sox, they got a shitty deal. But I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Were you for Pete Rose getting inducted before he died? Were you for him going in? Are you a Rose fan? Yeah.
I'm a diehard Reds fan, so I bleed red legs. So I mean, okay, I'm going to say this, and people get mad at me all they want to. This is just my opinion. But if there's people that's in the Hall of Fame who beat the shit out of their wives, do cocaine, and there's other sports where they bet on dogs, all this stuff, animal cruelty and all that, and they're back in and they're going to the Hall of Fame. What's wrong? Okay,
right, dude. Ty Cobb was one of the most racist, biggest douchebags ever. He used to shop at his spikes and slide feet first into stabbing people. Just an asshole, and he's one of the most glorified members of the Hall of Fame, so he can get in. Exactly,
but Pete Rose can't. And now they want to put him in.
He's a manager who bet on his team in the World Series. Come on, it's not like they were like being paid to lose. He was paying. I still don't see the crime.
It's like if I was Pete Rose's family and they came to me and said, "Hey, we want to induct your dad or whoever into the Hall of Fame now," I'd be like, "Fuck off." I mean, seriously, because
he's forgiven now, but
it's like, why do it now while he's in the grave?
Right.
He don't get to. I mean, he died trying to fix this problem
for years. He
you know, he said he would have done anything to get back, you know, to be in the Hall of Fame.
Such great. And that's when he was a manager. He's one of the best ball players, purest great ball player. I mean, I'm sure he gambled then too, but I mean, dude, I place bets from time to time. It's investing in a way. It's investing.
Here's something that really blew my mind. Pete Rose was the all-time hit king.
Yeah, right.
So Ichiro comes over. They even counted the Japanese hits that he had combined with the hits that he had here in the U.S. And they're like, "Oh,
shut up, Pete Rose." To get
exactly, like, "Oh, he is the all-time hit king." No, he's not.
Jerks.
No, Ichiro is not. You know, no. Pete Rose didn't go and play overseas, and no.
No. Pete Rose. I mean, Pete Rose was oh my God, murdered my Red Sox in 1975 or in Game 7. But he was like it's like the Michael Jordan base. He's just from
Sure.
like what he did on the base path, what he did in the box was phenomenal. And they shouldn't, I don't know, they shouldn't have punished the man for a few bets.
And when I was a kid playing baseball and stuff, I would read stuff about Pete Rose, like how he would like, okay, if I saw a pitch come this way, I wanted to choke up on the bat. I wanted to do, if I was in this count, this is what I want. I want to watch that pitcher, see what I can pick up that can give me a slight advantage. Exactly.
Always thinking, always a trust.
Yeah, and that helped me. And I was in Little League and Babe Ruth, that actually helped me. Because you can pick up stuff on pitchers, on what pitches that they're throwing, on how their body reacts and how they dip, and you can pick it up. It's very simple,
right?
If you study it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he played
it's the whole body language and
mm-hmm.
just a matter of being able to read people a certain way and make that split decision. It's just he was incredibly intelligent, incredibly talented ball player. Did amazing things for the game when he played. Amazing. It's just a shame they took so long to forgive him of his crimes. He'd probably be voted in the Hall of Fame like immediately, I would imagine. He'll be eligible in what, in 10 years?
I don't know how they've got that set up right now with him. I don't know. It may be, but it's just ridiculous. Why now? Why now?
So many people want. I don't know. He wanted it so bad before too. I don't know. I think he should be. Anyway, before we wrap up, John, you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan too. I feel terrible for you guys. You got Aaron Rodgers and he's just washed out D-bag. What are your thoughts? Yeah, do you think Aaron is going to make the entire season? Do you think he's going to fold up before the season's end?
My take is I would have kept Justin Fields, and I'd have kept.
You guys got rid of Fields?
Yeah, he went to the Jets.
Oh shit! Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. He was a good quarterback. He was decent. He started off the season for you guys last year, right? He did okay.
Listen, Justin Fields, I thought did more better than what we could have imagined.
Yeah,
seriously. And then here comes Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So,
too bad, man. Too bad.
It seemed like when we were playing, and I cannot remember who we were playing, but Russell Wilson was driving, and we could have took the lead, and when he fumbled that ball and they took it back and scored, the season was done. For some reason, after that, dude, it just melted down.
Everything just fell apart.
It did.
Dude, I'm a Dolphins fan. I know what that's all about. December comes and we just lose every game. It's like, oh, these guys are going to go to the playoffs. Hey, these guys could go far in the playoffs. And then we lose 4 games in a row. It's like, hey, these guys just barely made the playoffs, and now they're going to get shit on by the Buffalo Bills and just like shit out of the play. Yeah, every year. Dude.
Well, I'm a Bills fan too. I've always been.
Oh God!
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with them. There's always something that stops them from going. Yeah. It's just always it's like a curse. Something always.
I do root for the Bills once my Dolphins get knocked out. Usually by the Bills. I'm born and raised here in the heart of New England Patriots country. I am not a Pats fan at all. I talk shit about them as regularly as possible, and I root against them every chance. Them and the Dallas Cowboys, but the Buffalo Bills. I did have the privilege to go out to Buffalo week 10 last year. I went before the tundra settled into the Buffalo area. Nice. I got a couple friends that are season ticket holders, so I went out there with him and his son. We did the whole Buffaloni experience. It was everybody's grilling, everybody's drinking beers. I'm wearing my Dolphin shit, but everyone's like, hey, come over here and just hang out with us. You're okay.
Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia.
Yeah, them jumping through the friggin' tables. There's all that stuff up there. So that's actually
awesome.
A thing, which I still don't really understand. But it's the Bills. And a very warm community, despite all the awful games we've had together over the years. The only thing that I got dirty looks for when I said wide right a few times when they were kicking a field goal. They didn't like that. They don't like the words wide right at all.
Oh no, it happened twice.
And
it happened twice. That's the bad thing, though. It's happened twice.
Yeah. Right. They didn't choke. The Dolphins just missed a win, and the Bills actually didn't choke or go wide right, and they got it right through the.
Look, I'm going to say this right now. Teams that used to not be competitive back when I was a kid, used to get their ass handed to them, are now competitive.
What, Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Oh my God!
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
They
and
got Tom Brady and they won a Super Bowl, and now they're competitive and shit. And they're doing stuff.
yeah, and
Um,
the Chargers back in the day, they couldn't hold their
Chargers, right?
yeah,
Right.
and the Lions.
So yeah, the Lions, who were like the worst ever, now they're like
Yes,
they had that one of the best running backs of all time, and he could never get to the playoffs or do anything with them.
and you know the reason why he retired is because he wanted to go win a Super Bowl, and they wouldn't release him, and he's like, all right, I quit. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
Exactly.
in the prime of his career, dude, that guy
Right.
could move like, oh, it's sad. But yeah, all these teams. It's good though. I like to see the change in talent. Unfortunately, it doesn't come to South Beach for me. But you know, maybe we'll get there one day. I don't
Well,
know.
here's what I think about the Dolphins, and I critique all the teams before they start, and I've said this year after year about the Dolphins. They're just about that close of getting over that hump. I mean, you've got Tua, and Tua's a hell of a quarterback. I don't care what anybody
When he's
says.
on the field, he's a hell of a quarterback.
When he's healthy and he's good, man, that dude can absolutely ball.
Yeah.
I think if they got a really decent running back, that would help them. They've got a good defense.
They kind of have a good running back. I have a few running backs. The guy starts with an A. I can't remember his name. A-Chain. He's fast, but he was injured a lot last year.
Right.
Last year when Tua was out for so long, I'm like, oh, Tyreek Hill will step up. Oh, Waddle will step up. No, nobody stepped up. So
Now
like,
you got Micah now on defense side.
Yeah. We got him back, and we gave you guys. I knew that what's his face was going to go.
Ramsey.
He was just a bad. He's kind of a
I like Micah Fitzpatrick. I like his grit. I like how he plays. That's the thing about it. You play football to hurt. You play football to hit. You don't play football to go, sorry, guy. Let me help you up. You don't do that. You play football to win. It doesn't matter, because when I watched when LT was there, Lawrence Taylor, and him.
Oh my God, what a beast!
Let me tell you
something.
something.
Oh my God, cocaine was a hell of a drug, but oh my God, what a beast!
These guys and Bruce Smith. Oh my God.
Oh my God, what a beast! Yeah, another guy. My guy was Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, but yeah, oh my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rip your friggin' head off. Kind of a hit. Make him hit him so hard his mother feels it all day.
Exactly.
Knock that ball loose, disrupt the offense all day. I love that.
Those guys.
I don't like the extra protection on the quarterbacks. Every year there's a new rule. You can't fart next to the quarterback. No, you can't tackle him a certain way. Come on, dude. What are we doing?
Back in the day, man, these guys
is awful, and it does awful things to people. So increase the protection on the helmet. I don't know. Do something to. I don't know.
Yeah, compensate these guys, because they're playing the child's game just like the guys in baseball.
Yeah, for sure. But
and
they get paid very well, but
and these guys, dude, when they played back in the day, these guys right now, they wouldn't last.
Right. Oh God, no. Oh my God, football like 20 years ago is
they would cry. I remember watching the Steelers with Greg Lloyd and those guys, and I can't think of the dude's 99. He passed away. Greg, was it the center guy? God, he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Long blonde hair, crazy.
Right. Even dude, as much as I hated Tom Brady when he played. Even though I don't like him too much, he's taking hits. It looks like they took his head off. They knocked the helmet off his head. It looks like they ripped his head off. Gets up. Yeah, they're great hit, and walks off the field.
Yeah,
you don't see that shit anymore, dude.
Nope.
And that was like, I hate to say these like glowing things about Tom Brady, because somebody's going to be recording this and going to play it over and over and over again for me. Buddy, remember that time you told about Tom Brady? Oh my God, I hate him. But
he could last back, man.
Whiny little prick. But he could take a hit like nobody else. They were playing against the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Oh, what's that guy? Oh, Jesus, the linebacker. Oh my God, he would hit him, and he would put his balls in his face every single time just because he hated Tom Brady. He's like, I make him eat my nuts, you know, and just like, and I love that. But I mean, that kind of like play, you can't really even do that shit anymore.
Was it Von Miller at that time?
Von Miller, it was Von Miller. Yeah, he's a beast. He's towards the end of his career.
He's toward the end of his career. But
he's a freaking monster, dude. Oh my
back
God.
In the day, dude, I'm telling you, like these linebackers, like I said, Greg Lloyd from the Steelers, when they would hit you, you would know you're getting hit.
Yeah, and knock the wind out of you, put you on your ass.
And now it's like a wide receiver goes over the middle. Oh, can't touch him. Give him time to catch the ball. No,
hit him in the air.
Back in the
Can't
day,
hit him below the waist. Can't hit him below above the nipples. Come on,
Right.
what are we doing here, guys?
back in the day, you come across in the middle, and you're going to do a route and try to catch the ball, and you see it like it, you're dead. You're toasted.
That psychological factor that always had you like, oh my
Yep.
God, I'm gonna go for this ball, but this guy's gonna cream me. How can I catch the ball and take the hit at the same time? People did it all the time.
Yep. God rest his soul. Pat Tillman was the king of knocking your ass out.
Oh my God, Arizona Cardinal guy, right? He went to Afghanistan and most of his life. Yeah.
Yep.
After 9/11. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. So what are your thoughts on your Steelers this year, John? Any wild predictions? Is Aaron Rodgers gonna like live up to his glorified name? Is he gonna do anything for your Steelers except drown you guys in further mediocrity? Or will the Steelers rise? Will we see the yellow towels flow? What are your thoughts?
In my honest hopes, I would like to see Aaron Rodgers get the last laugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But in a way, I don't know if the Steelers is the right fit.
Yeah, right. They offered him so long ago, and he just like put them off forever. It's like he wasn't even interested.
That's what he
no other team made an offer. He's like, all right, I guess I'll go with you guys. So
that's what he does every year. He's like, I go into this retreat in the black cave.
Like,
Why?
Aaron, you're not that good, dude. You're not that good.
No. But
and stop pretending you're Tom Brady because you're not.
That's all right. I mean, like I said, I would like to see him come back, get the last laugh, and have a good year. Like maybe like John Elway did when he won that Super Bowl. Everybody said, "Oh, right. John Elway, they can't do nothing. Look what Elway did."
I like John Elway though. I don't like Aaron Rodgers.
Elway deserved to win those championships. Yeah, I felt like out of anybody that deserved that ring, it was him.
And Dan Marino, but I think
I agree with you, Marino. I thought Marino should have had one.
Get the shit.
I think, and people's gonna laugh when I say this. I think that Vinny Testaverde and Bernie Kosar from the Browns, they should.
Oh yeah, for sure. And dude, anybody who plays, let's say that anybody who plays for the Cleveland Browns, it pretty much has gets the shit at the stick. I don't know. It's terrible. Them and the Bears, it's terrible organizations. I can talk about football for hours, John, and I appreciate having you on tonight. It's been a great show. Paranormal sports, everything's been flowing good. Where anybody wants to see you, any links that anybody could follow to go and find your face, find more of what you do with the paranormal.
Yeah,
or your music podcast, right? We didn't even talk about that tonight.
Yeah, my music podcast. That's the reason why I'm still on this earth is because of Metallica's Master of Puppets. We can come back on and talk about.
I saw Metallica last year. I've seen Metallica like 14 times, so we can have a whole nother show on just Metallica concerts.
Well, we need to because that they saved me from suicide.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
So that's why I'm here. That's why
music is a hell of a therapy that I preach to people almost every single day.
Master of Puppets, man, I'll tell you what, it did everything for me. It spoke for me. It let my anger out. It let my dreams take over. It let me escape, and then you could breathe for a while. Love
Sanitarium. That's one of my favorite songs from that album. Oh my God.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Such a great song. Okay, we'll have you back on. We'll just talk music next time or something. Maybe we'll have you on for the football season. We can talk shit about the Steelers. Join us next week. Earlier tonight in the show, we mentioned the city of Savannah. I have two mediums from Savannah. Savannah mediums are joining us next next Tuesday night, the 22nd. Guys, stay in touch. I might have a few slots where you could come on and get a guest reading from these lovely ghost hunters and mediums from the lovely city, the lovely southern charm of Savannah, Georgia. For John Marshall, John the Bod Marshall, this has been me, Buddy. This has been the Ghost and the Goat. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay tuned on Get Haunted for the next show. I think it's with, I don't know, but all great shows here on Get Haunted. None of which I have the information for. Just stay watching on the same page, and you'll see.
Follow me on Facebook. Just add John Marshall, and if you want the links to everything else, let me know, and I'll slap them in your DMs for you.
Sounds good, John. It's been Buddy Day, the Ghost and the Ghost. Stay tuned for all that other stuff. This week, we hope to put out the episode 10 of Three Dudes Brews. The Three Dudes Brews at Longwood Beer Works. And next Thursday night, Jesus Christmas. You tell us 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Next Thursday, Three Dudes Brews, the last call. Join me and Ed and Costas as we talk everything and nothing, and of course, good beer. John Marshall, put it there. This has been it. This has been the Ghost to Go. This is the third time I've said that. We're out of here. Have a good night, folks.